maybe I'll tell you about my first aid kit, since I'm so glad that you asked. Assume that no one is coming for you. I'll show you mine, keeping in mind things like lightweight, buddy.
But first, let's take a little hike together.
Hey, beautiful. There she is. Well, she's back there a little bit. But first, let me tell you about my early days of a knife and a roll of duct tape. Well, actually, it was 2 rolls of duct tape. Want a bite? Ginger snap. Mind you, I still carry duct tape. I mean, it's great. You can do a lot with a roll of duct tape. You can splint a rolled ankle, a broken ankle, cut a tree with your knife, make a splint. If you're gonna walk out, duct tape is the way to do it. So duct tape is also useful to make duct tape pants. If you forget to bring your Gore-Tex pants, not that I've ever done that. So me and an old friend of mine, this was like 10 years ago, made a plan to climb Storm Mountain. And obviously, Storm Mountain, stormy. I didn't realize till we get to the trailhead that I'd forgotten my Gore-Tex pants. Huge mistake, huge. Storm Mountain is no walk in the park. So what we did, we had 2 rolls of duct tape, because that's was my first aid kit at the time. And we rolled duct tape around my leggings, making some duct tape pants. 2 rolls. And it worked. I mean, it did what it had to do. It cut the wind. We had a couple of creek crossings, so it was a little ridiculous, but yeah, duct tape. You never know when you're gonna need it. But I do carry a little bit more than just duct tape now. A little bit more.
Let's head back to the gear condo and I'll show you my first aid kit now.
What is in my first aid kit? So just my basic kit. It's gone through some evolutions. I used to carry very little, just the duct tape and the knife. Then I went through a stage of carrying too much after going on a camping trip where some friends brought their kids, and you know how kids are, they get sick and you know they come to me because I'm the medic. It's like, what do you want me to do? I don't have any tools. I don't have any meds. I just have my knowledge. I can't heal them in the woods with my knowledge. So it's gone through some changes over the years. But one thing is important, Benadryl. If you have any allergies that you know of, especially anaphylactic, definitely want to have your EpiPen, obviously. It's not a bad idea to get one, even if you don't know that you have any allergies. Just in case. You don't want to find out when you're 20 kilometers in the middle of nowhere, no cell service, that you're allergic to bees. Pepto, because, you know, stomach stuff just sucks if you're not feeling great. Just some extra sunscreen, usually for my nose area, tends to burn, eyelids, that kind of stuff for some reason. Lighter, start a fire, cook some food. You can actually go quite a long time without food. Me as a female growing up in the 90s, being on every starvation diet imaginable, trust me, you can go for a long time without any food. You'll be fine. Into the bag. Some polysporin, which we don't actually use in the medical world very much, but it is nice to have if you do get a cut or something out in the backcountry. Feels nice anyway. And then of course, just some Band-Aids, big Band-Aids, little Band-Aids. Then I have these blister Band-Aids, which are Amazing. Blisters can actually ruin your trip real fast. When you're uncomfortable with every single step that you take, blister bandages. Steri strips, which you can buy online at Amazon for wound closures. So anything that needs a step up from a Band-Aid, a step below sutures. I used to carry sutures too. And don't at me, I actually bought them on Amazon. I did not take them from work. So Steri strips, I think they're just a couple bucks, but they're, it's good to have. In case you're wondering, for sutures, any cut that needs to be sutured, usually there's a 8 to 12 hour window where you need to suture that wound shut. Otherwise, you're just suturing in all of this bacteria. So simple sutures, if you get a cut that you're thinking, this is gonna leave a scar, I don't like that, then you're walking out. But if you're like, you know what, scars are cool, I'm not gonna die from this infection, so it's fine. Carry on with your trip, Steri strip it up, bandage it up, carry on. I've got a few of those. We should have one of those, like, in Jaws when they're showing each other their scars on the table. We should have one of those, something. Anyways, water purification tabs, really important. So if you are stuck and you do have a water source, you can at least purify your water, which is essential. What else we got here? Like Orajel for babies. If you fall, crack a tooth, something like that, lose a filling, also just those little uncomfortable things that can really ruin your trip real fast. So putting some Orajel on that, or if you've taken a tumble and you've knocked out a tooth, you never know. What else we got? Headlamp, even if you're just going on a day hike, I always bring a headlamp because things happen and you can end up in the dark real fast. I've done it too many times. Into the bag. Like I said, duct tape, looks like I'm running low. I usually carry like a full roll in my bag, and that's for day hikes, backpacking, same. There's just so much you can do with duct tape. I love it. And then we have tourniquet, depending on if you're American, Canadian, whatever it is that you are. I always carry one of these in an easily reachable location, kind of like with your bear spray. If it's tucked in your backpack and a bear is coming at you, what are you doing? You stop for a second, bear, and go get your bear spray? No. So this usually goes like in my water bottle holder. So if something does happen, if I fall, have a deadly bleed, get into a scrap with a bear, you never know. So this will be right there. Haul it out, put it on. If you've never used these before, you can take like a tactical medical course. Not sure if they teach them in regular first aid or not. You can even just go on CTOMs. They sell them. Don't get cheap ones off the market. They will not save your life. So yeah, make sure you have a good, proper tactical tourniquet. So yeah, easily reachable place. Obviously with duct tape and knife, like I say, two things that go hand in hand when you're hiking. And then this little guy I started taking with me. So it's a radio that's like a hand crank, which is super cool. Let me see this work again. There we go. So to get it working, you sit there for a while like an asshole doing that. And then you'll have a radio in the middle of nowhere. It also has a solar panel, which is the main reason why I take it with me, because it charges your phone. It's got a little USB port there, so don't forget to take the charger for the phone in there. And then with the sun, it'll charge your phone. If you're at a cell service, that won't do you very much good, but it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I do have one of those GPS, I believe it's called a Spot, where you can text on it, but you do have to like sign up for it, which is a bit pricey. I think it's like 10 text messages a month that you can send and receive, something like that. I've actually never activated it, but I probably should do that one of these days, and just so I can, you know, text my mom while I'm on a mountaintop. Hey mom, I'm okay. Anyway, so that's my very small first aid kit. You don't need to go crazy here. Just think of anything that you might need if you're spending the night. If you're alone, or even with a buddy, on a mountain, and you have to spend the night, or you have to walk out, what do you need to do that? So for me, like, that's the first aid kit. Obviously, I have clothes and whatnot, like a Gore-Tex shell in my backpack. I've got water in my backpack. I've got snacks. But for the first aid kit itself, there you have it.